Hey guys, and welcome to the Unnamed Podcast. I'm Griff.
I'm Gareth. Gaz, or whatever.
And I'm Draco.
Or Jay, for short, really.
Yeah.
First off, is there anything either one of you guys want to talk about, real quick?
Not off the top of my head.
Not off my head either. I think you had a topic, didn't you?
Yes. What do you guys think about the new Xbox One? Because I know you guys are both Xbox people.
Honestly...
Okay, what do you do?
I'll go first because I think...
There you go.
Microsoft are just trying to keep up with the PC. I think everybody is now, to be honest, with this new console generation. And
I will agree with that.
It's going to die down pretty quick because PCs advance so quick.
PC is always advancing.
Yes.
It's never going to stop advancing.
Honestly, I think that it's getting better. From what they originally revealed, it's a hell of a lot better.
I think that was just a marketing stunt, though. Make it seem like they're listening to the people when they were actually going to pour that crap out anyway.
I doubt it.
Personally, all the features and stuff like that, I think the PS4 is doing slightly better than the Xbox is, in my own opinion.
Yeah.
Because, with the PS4, they are actually, you can give games to your friends, when an Xbox One you really can't.
Actually, you can.
From what I'm understanding.
You can. They fixed that.
Oh, they fixed that?
Yeah, they fixed that.
Oh, I've been on a loop then.
Well, honestly, the problem I have with the PS4 is the fact that it has a social media button.
Yeah, I don't think the consoles should be social media hubs.
Yeah.
Gamers are anti-social, and that's how we should stay.
Agreed.
That's slightly depressing, but also somewhat true.
Yeah.
We're social in our own groups, which is what that would be helping us with.
Yeah, we have our group here, then consists of several other people. Okay, I literally just searched up PS4 controller, just I can get an image of it in my mind because I haven't seen it in a while. And somebody made this completely ridiculous picture.
Oh, God.
Of a PS4 controller.
Give us the link in the chat. I want to see this.
I'm going to give you the link in this chat. I'll put a big link dump down below as well.
Yeah.
That's it. That's the PS4 controller. There's so many buttons. It's so ridiculous.
Hang on.
Oh, I've seen that, yeah. Those aren't buttons, those are thumbsticks.
Oh, yeah, those are just thumbsticks.
Thumbsticks. There's buttons on both ends. There's bumpers all around.
I gotta say, if I was gonna play with a controller like that, I'd be some sort of Halo god.
If you could ever learn to use it.
Good point.
Wait, it has an asymmetric number of thumbsticks.
It does.
In the dead center.
Oh, God.
Oh, that's because screw you up.
What really makes me mad is, the buttons right in the middle. There's 3 select buttons. right there.
I don't even know why you needed 3. There's hardly use for 1.
It's how many people honestly use the 1? Not many.
Where do you hold this thing? Where you're holding it, you're pushing a button.
I think that's the point.
You have to, put your fingers up on the bottom and, peck at it with your one finger.
I think the general aim of this is to throw it somewhere and let the bounce just handle your gaming.
Little do we know, all the bumpers around the sides there are, spring activated, so you toss it and it bounces off of a wall. And that is how you beat Street Fighter.
Yes.
And that is effectively how you play Street Fighter. You throw your controller up against a wall.
Yeah, and then it would bounce. Have you actually ever broken a controller?
Combo.
Have you actually ever broken a controller, ever?
No.
No, I don't think I've ever actually broken a controller.
I
absolutely have. Huh?
I have.
How'd you break a controller?
Well, I was trying to get an achievement on Halo 3. That's what I'm going to say.
Okay, yeah.
Perfection.
Yes, perfection. I was right at the end. Really, I was 2 minutes of getting it. Well, not 2 minutes, because I was just camping and hiding, while my teammates were either getting themselves killed or whatever. I was just camping, picking people off, making sure we were in the lead. and then someone comes up behind me with a shotgun.
Wow.
I never threw a controller harder in my life.
I've watched somebody break a controller though. Like I was over at his house. We were playing one of the Call of Duties, a multiplayer. I forget which one. We were playing split screen on it, and somebody was like hacking or something, but he was doing utterly terrible, and he was getting so mad about it because people were yelling at him through the mic. So eventually he just got so mad he just snapped the controller straight in half. Holy shit! Just snap a controller in half.
That beats me.
Okay, wow. I was just jumping on a site to see if I could find a topic to talk about, because I usually get a bunch of stuff from this one website. And the first topic that grabs my attention is stop insect sex.
What? Okay, I like how officially we've gone from Xbox One to insect sex. I'm
not gonna go into that topic. I'm just saying that I found it.
In about 5 minutes, we've effectively done that.
No, that wasn't 5 minutes. In about 2 words after controllers breaking, insect sex.
Yep.
Oh my god.
Congratulations. I don't even think we can. We've set a new record and unable to beat it in one go.
Congratulations, Internet. Congratulations.
Yeah.
Okay, so
this is the Internet.
Yeah. Back to the Xbox One. Some people were complaining about the controller because some say it wasn't broken and they fixed it anyway.
They fixed the already broken.
No, that it wasn't broken. Like a lot of people saying
that it was already good enough.
Yeah, like a lot of people like the Xbox 360 controller. Why would they change the Xbox One controller?
Honestly, that's a good point, because the Xbox 360 controller is credited by even a lot of the PlayStation fans as being the better controller.
Yeah, I'm a PC guy personally. I don't own an Xbox or a PS3. I own a Wii, but that doesn't really count. But I'm used to a keyboard in my hand, where I have 3 buttons on 4 fingers. I am not used to a controller in my hands, and personally, I really like the feel of an Xbox 360 controller.
I've jumped from the PlayStation to Xbox before. The original Xbox was the hardest jump to make from PlayStation 2, because it was just such a bulky thing.
What, the
original Xbox controller. That is a bulky ass thing.
I used to have one of those, because I found the original Xbox in a basement that I was cleaning out for a rental house. And I'm just like, box, like, what Xbox in the basement? Wonder what's in it. Holy shit, I just found an Xbox. Took it home and it had 2 of those controllers in it.
Oh wow, nice.
I was super happy. Another thing with the controller is the integrated battery. Some people don't like that either.
Yeah, because batteries... Well, like, the chargeable ones, I've got a chargeable one, I've got to find my controller now. It's on the floor somewhere. Good treatment.
Just looking for your controller.
Here's the problem that I have with people complaining about the built-in battery. Whenever you go out to get a new controller, people are always asking, do you want to get the charging kit?
Yeah.
Like, that way you don't have to buy batteries. And I have never heard of someone that says, no, I would rather spend more money to buy batteries.
Yeah, that's just a pain. Why would anyone want to buy more batteries? The charging kit was a good invention. Brought out a bit late, wasn't it?
Yeah, and then they just integrated it. What's the problem?
So why people are complaining?
I mean, like with the Xbox 360 controllers, I think you have either the option to charge the battery itself, like while it's still in the controller, like if you have the rechargeable battery. But you can also switch batteries out if you want to. So you can have either one of the options. But the Xbox One controller, you don't have that. Like, you see what people are complaining about now? Like, I don't care, because I'd have either one. Like I said, I really don't care. But that's, like, what some people are complaining about.
I'm just going to stick with using a wired controller.
Wired controllers, I don't see a problem with.
I sit close enough to my TV that it's not going to be a problem, and that way I will never have my controller just die in the middle of the game.
Jay, you might want to boost your mic.
Yeah, you've gone quiet again.
What the hell is wrong with my computer?
I don't know.
It's the audio levels. It automatically does it.
Yeah. Skype's famous for that.
Yeah.
It's not changing it on Skype, it's changing it on my actual thing.
That's weird.
There. I got volume again.
There you go, that sounds a lot better. With the actual console, I heard there's also some complaints with that, with it being apparently bulky.
But it's not much bigger than...
It really isn't. Like, it honestly isn't big
It's
at
just
all.
the angles they were showing it from.
Yeah, like the pictures I'm looking at, like it shows a normal Xbox controller. It's probably twice the length of a normal Xbox controller. Which I'm like...
That sounds smaller.
I'm putting that in my hands. That's not big. That probably is close to the size of the Xbox 360, if not the original Xbox.
Yeah.
So they've actually been staying right about the same size. Maybe a bit, like, not as wide. Like, tall, I should say, technically. I think they've gotten down a little bit on that, but not very much. But, like, all around, still pretty much the same size. It's not really big. For the Kinect, what do you guys think about that? Like, what have you been hearing about that? That you might have to have it plugged into your Xbox to be able to actually use it.
I've never really given a damn about Kinect.
I've never given a damn about Kinect, and to all the people that complain about the Kinect always being on and them saying, like, oh, now they'll be able to spy on us. You realize that almost every laptop has a built-in camera and mic. Your phone has a built-in camera and mic that can be turned on remotely. Most of what you own has the same stuff.
Any electronic.
Who cares if it's just one more?
Just about any electronic.
You pretty much any electronic.
They have rescinded that as well. You don't need it connected to play anymore.
Oh, you don't?
No. Now you just need it connected to use the Kinect features. Well, duh!
Yeah, it's kind of a given. Oh no, I can't play my Kinect game. Why not? I don't have my Kinect plugged in. Well, that's your fucking problem.
I don't see why they had to point that out. They actually said, like, well, we're fixing this. You don't have to have it plugged in to play games, but if you don't have it plugged in, you can't use the Kinect features.
Which is really dumb.
Like, the people that were complaining about it being plugged in were the people that didn't want the Kinect features.
Exactly. Still speaking about the Kinect, did you guys hear about when the guy was originally demoing something, and he had the Kinect plugged in to the Xbox, and he was playing a video up on the screen explaining how to use the Kinect? The Kinect that was plugged into the Xbox was taking the commands from the video and putting the
I
Xbox,
heard about that.
putting the Xbox back to the dashboard, messing him up. So like
when the guy said Xbox dashboard, his Xbox went out to the dashboard.
The guy couldn't play the video because the video was giving the Xbox commands. I just found that so funny because you spend so long and you try so hard to get those presentations just right, and then something like that just comes along and messes everything up. It's just a big fuck you from technology. Anyone have anything? I'm drawing a quick blank.
No, I was just talking to my friend about cars. And, like, I've passed my test. I've got my license, I can legally drive, but I'm not insured. Insurance is a bitch.
Way ahead of me, then.
Yeah, insurance is a bitch.
I'm the oldest one in our little group here, and I still don't have my learners, just because I've never been asked to get it.
Yeah, I have my learner's permit.
Like, I've actually driven for a few months before my insurance went sky high and we just cancelled it. It was a good experience because I could do anything. I didn't have to stick to a schedule of a train times or buses. It was good. I liked it. And now I sit in my mother's car and I'm sat there and I'm just like, I can do this, but I'm not allowed. And it really messes me up at times.
Wow. One thing I just thought of, like, kind of connected to the Kinect. If you really think about it, if it wasn't for the Wii to jumpstart all of this, like, PlayStation Move and Xbox Kinect stuff, we probably wouldn't have it yet.
We've got to go back.
We have to kill the person who made the Wii.
I don't want all this motion control stuff. I want to sit down and use my thumbs.
You know what? Gaming was made so people can be unsocial and not do anything.
And lazy.
And that's basically, not do anything. Just be lazy, fat-ass Americans. No offense to all Americans. I'm American.
Actually, speaking about games, I just remembered a
games
that I read.
Games are meant to sit there and not do anything. They're meant to be lazy. I don't want to be up and moving while playing a game. That is not the purpose. Go ahead, Jay.
Did you guys hear about the story that had a 10-year-old kid? He ended up shooting his grandmother, I think it was, in the head with a pistol, and the authorities are blaming Grand Theft Auto for it.
Oh yeah, I love this. My response is, why was a loaded pistol left lying around where a 10-year-old could pick it up?
That's what I want to know, because I'm sure the kid didn't load the gun himself.
It's called people are idiots. That's what it is.
It's just something to blame. Like, video games is something to blame. It's like all those, the mass shootings in schools. Video games are something to blame. Those people had mental problems. Video games aren't to blame. It's the mental problems that are to blame.
Exactly. Some people can't make a different connection between things that actually happen in a game and things that happen in real life.
Sorry, Karen.
What I want to ask people like that is, okay, and I'm sure they all drank water too. Does that have something to do with it?
Yep.
They all breathed oxygen. Must be the cause we need to burn all the oxygen in the atmosphere.
So what would they blame back in the 1970s when there were no video games?
Weed?
Probably. Drugs.
I mean, probably. That's a very valid thing. Probably would have. Just as you started talking about that, I was on Reddit, and I just happened to come across gun-related murders and video game consumption. It's a graph. I'm going to send it to you guys here. It's also going to be in the link dump.
Let's see.
Of course, guess who's the highest?
Let's have a look.
United States.
Of course. Of course we're the highest. Why wouldn't we be the highest?
Oh, look. There we are. There's the United Kingdom right next to Japan.
At the very bottom of that list.
Yep.
With just about zero things happening.
God, it's more than 6 times higher than Canada.
Well, Canada's a nice country.
Yeah, Canada is a nice country.
People are generally nice.
Nearly every Canadian I've talked to, it has been very stereotypical.
I know. Extremely nice. I've seen...
Always saying sorry.
I've seen several things of Canadian graffiti in my few trips to Canada, which are 2, by the way, where one was, your mother is a nice lady. Somebody wrote F-word, F-word.
Oh, wow. That is stereotypical Canada.
Someone wrote on a bus stop, have a nice day. It's that's Canada. Even the graffiti's nice. Government doesn't try to cover it up because it's nice.
So I guess that me and Angry are the weird exception, with him being mental and me being an asshole in video games.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, an asshole in a good way. I'm not,
You're a nice asshole. The asshole people would like to fuck.
Kind of. No, I'm not a
you can
troll
say it
when
that
I'm in
way.
video games, but...
If I can say it that way, I'm going to keep saying it that way. Don't judge me.
I'm gonna judge you.
I don't like being judged like that.
I'm gonna judge you so hard.
Okay, I'm pointing anything.
I had somewhere to go with that, but now I forget.
Yeah, it's a good thing you did forget. Oh, about
about
the assholes or about actual
about
Canada?
being an asshole.
Oh.
You're the kind of asshole where, if you're playing Trouble in Terrorist Town, you were, the best traitor there.
Yeah, because I'm an asshole, but everyone trusts me.
It's that kind of asshole.
Oh, that's an amazing... I remember that last scream. I trusted you!
That was funny.
That still haunts me, that scream.
I trusted you! Why did you have to do this? That's definitely
amazing.
Oh my god. There's just so many moments in gaming that are probably the funniest you will ever come across in your life.
It's
Yeah.
probably one of the reasons why I actually play video games, because they're funny.
That actually was not the original reason I started playing video games.
No.
My mom got us a PS2 with the original Spider-Man game, and I played that for a long time. It just got me started because I liked playing video games. I like being
Way to make me feel old there, Griff.
My actual
Your original game console was a PS2.
My original games console was a PlayStation.
Well, you gotta remember, I'm 16.
Mine was an NES. I've beaten both you motherfuckers.
You're 22. Shut up.
I've
23. Thank you very much.
La-di-da.
I've played on NESs, and I really like them. I wish I had one, but they're actually how much is an NES going for nowadays?
Only a couple hundred because of collector's value.
No,
Yeah.
I don't think it's going to be a couple hundred.
It will be. Collector's value is pretty high on them.
I mean, I can see shop for NESs. The most I'm seeing here is I'm seeing around $50, $70. Somewhere in there. Yeah, just the console and 2 controllers is $60.
On.
American dollars.
Actually, no, that's around about, what?
I'm not buying one. Here, just for reference, what's the PS2 going for?
I'm just doing conversion in my head. That's like £40.
Original Sony PS2 system, like the big bulky one, not the slim.
No, I don't know.
This bulky one, not the slim, is going for $41.
That's not bad.
Not really, but I expected it to be less in all honesty. What's the PS1 going for? I'm now very curious as to what all this is going for.
The price will start to climb up again because it's starting to get old.
Yeah, true.
Like, not old as in it's just a few years, like the Xbox is. It's actual old as in, it's a last generation console. Collector's value is getting in there.
It was the first generation console for... Was it the first one for Sony? Or did Sony make something else? I forget. I'm drawing a really bad blank.
They made the PlayStation.
I think so.
Is that all Sony made?
Yeah.
Oh, that's right, because Sega made the Dreamcast and all that.
Yeah, I remember this fact. The actual PlayStation was a cohabitation, that thing where you collaborate with people. Yes, it was a collaboration between Nintendo and Sony, but Sony pulled out and then made it on their own.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
I'm now stuck on that topic because I don't know where to go from
So what
that.
games have you guys been looking forward to playing?
GTA 5.
Personally, I really want to play Last of Us. That looks like an amazing game.
But that's been out for a while now.
I know, but I still want to play it. It looks like an amazing game.
Honestly, the game that I'm most wanting to play right now, it's been out for a while. Not a whole long. A whole long? Yeah.
A whole long?
Go me, grammar.
Grammar!
Anyways,
Me can gram.
You can't grab.
Payday
Grammar
2.
be good.
Oh, Payday.
I'm wanting to play Payday 2.
I have played that on Xbox, and I fell in love with it. Then my brother stole it.
I haven't even played the first Payday.
Nor have I.
I haven't
But
played any of
Payday 2
the
is
Paydays.
amazing. You should play it.
Well, let's put,
I want to play it.
I am
because I have money.
so behind on games. Okay? I'm just now starting to play all of the other Grand Theft Autos and Fallout 3. I am really behind on everything. The newest game that I've played probably let me see. Might be Dota 2. Actually, I don't know when Dota 2 came out. That might be a lie.
The newest game of mine is Civ 5.
Well, that just came out recently. No, sorry. The newest game I have played was Far Cry 3, because I owned that for a week.
I remember that.
That
It was a whole fiasco.
That little bastard kid. Who I'm not going to mention, mainly because I forget his name.
Yeah, I don't remember his name. All I remember
much
is he's got squeaky voice.
Squeaky voice, annoying as shit, and had access to his dad's credit card.
Yes.
Access to his dad's credit card is the only reason I was friends with him for a bit. That might sound like a dick, but
I remember this. That
but
was so stupid.
But I was going to unfriend him, and then he sent
Then
me
he came back asking for my games.
And then he sent me Far Cry 3, and I'm like, it'd be really much of a dick to unfriend him right now.
And then you found out, like, oh, wow, this guy's an asshole.
And then I found out his dad's critical was, like, well overdrawn, and it got taken away from me. It's like, fuck! Luckily, I had just beaten the,
Just beaten it.
I had beaten the storyline the day before it got taken away from me. I beat the game in a week, and that's with doing some side missions.
Like I said, the newest game on my Steam...
messing around.
Newest game on my Steam is Civ 5. And over weekends, I've been playing that religiously. It's just awesome.
There are so many games I wish I could get, but I don't have the money at the moment.
I know. I would get, like, all of the Assassin's Creeds.
I wouldn't.
So, I've played the other Assassin's Creeds, like, on Xbox, and I like them.
I think the Assassin's Creed games are alright.
They got old fast.
Yeah.
Because it's kind of just doing the same thing over and over.
I played 1 and 2. Those two are good, but after that, I just looked at the trailers, looked at the gameplay. It's just the same old shit. It's like COD.
I've
heard some people didn't like to.
I have yet to actually play all the way through any of the campaigns of Assassin's Creed, because they all start getting repetitive way too fast.
Oh, yeah.
I'll play for, like, 30 minutes, and then it's like, I don't want to keep playing.
So in other words, you play Call of Duty for about 5 minutes.
What?
If at all. You say you play Call of Duty storyline for about 5 minutes, if at all.
I didn't even play Call of Duty.
I used to. I stopped at MW3.
I've never actually owned a game. It's been my brother's owning it, so I've just been stealing their copies and playing whenever I've been invited to.
Honestly, out of any of the games that I've played recently, the only one that has held my attention the best, which it actually shocked me because when I first started playing it, I didn't think I was going to like it, was Earth Defense Force Insect Armageddon.
Yeah, you've told me about this.
It's an old game. I didn't expect it to be as good as it was, but when I sat down and started playing it, just having unlimited ammo and giant weapons to shoot giant insects, and I fell in love. It was like, this is the greatest game in existence.
Yeah, the game that I've been playing a lot recently is the Grand Theft Auto 4 Lost and Damned episode.
Oh, yeah.
I've been playing that a lot. It's really fun, except I'm like kind of stuck at the moment because I'm terrible at the game. Oh, and there goes my phone, jetting across the room. Fantastic. Oh, gosh.
Actually, I feel lucky. I've had this iPhone 3GS for, nearly 2 years.
I have.
And I have dropped it, I have thrown it. My dad owned it before me, and he works in a very dangerous profession where he has big power tools, and he drops them on it, and it's not got a single scratch on the screen.
I've got a Samsung Intensity 2, and I've beat the shit out of this thing. Like, I've been on numerous camping trips, and I've actually dropped this thing down in a cave.
Congratulations.
Yeah, we were at a rock face, and we were there's a bunch of caves randomly, so I was, like, roped in, just very sloppily. It would probably not have done anything to save me. But it made me feel semi-secure. And I went in, and I flipped at one point on accident. My phone came out of my pocket and just went down the cliff. It's like, fuck! So I had to keep going down to go and grab my phone.
Wow, at least it worked.
Oh, yeah. I was very thankful that it worked, actually.
I love those.
Alright, but like with phones, like even like the old flip phones, you could just take them and like beat them against the wall as hard as you can, pick it up, and call somebody.
The old Nokia. That thing is like the hammer of Thor.
That will break your house. Okay?
My phone is ridiculous, and it's the only touchscreen I've seen that I'm able to just... I love those.
Alright, but like with phones, like even like the old flip phones, you could just take them and like beat them against the wall as hard as you can, pick it up, and call somebody.
The old Nokia. That thing is like the hammer of Thor.
That will break your house. Okay?
My phone is ridiculous, and it's the only touchscreen I've seen that I'm able to just, like, I'm walking down the street. Oh, I dropped my phone from my head. It hits the concrete. Oh, it's fine.
My phone's exactly like that.
I could probably hit my phone with a hammer and not have an issue.
I've actually dropped a hammer on my phone recently. Yeah, it's crazy.
I'm surprised I haven't hit my phone with anything like that.
But I'm one of those people that will run my technology into the ground before I get a new one, like my computer. Yeah.
You just had issues today with it, really badly.
Big issues, like a massive crash, white screen, everything. Took me about half an hour to get it better.
I'd say probably 15 minutes.
Yeah, something. But it's just made me realize I need a new computer, so I've been looking for a new one today.
Yeah, he crashed maybe hour and a half ago, maybe more.
And for me, I'm recording. We're here at 9:15 at night in England, the jolly old place.
Yeah, it's getting close to 6 o'clock for me.
1 second, I'm gonna place my mic close to the fan because this sounds like a bloody jet engine. Tell me if you can hear it.
Okay.
Yeah.
That sounds like a jet engine.
That is my computer's fan.
Oh my god, I thought that was like a room fan or something like that.
No, that's a jet engine of a fan for my computer.
Oh my god.
That's what I've been dealing with for years now.
Now I know what you mean by the fan in your computer is loud as shit.
Yep.
Really loud shit, it's a jet engine.
It is a jet engine, it's what I've compared it to. A lot.
Oh my god. Speaking of...
I can't update at night, trust me. I will leave my computer on, I will get in bed, and all I can hear is...
Turn it off.
That's what I do.
Speaking of jets, I just went on the trip. San Diego and back. Oh my god. I now remember why I hate airports and big crowded places.
Why?
I hate big crowded places just because it's a mental thing with me. I don't trust anybody I don't know.
Exactly.
I just get this weird, my back feels really weird, and so does my arm. So I just don't feel safe. It's I need to curl up in a ball in a corner with a blanket and just be there for an hour. That's honestly what I feel like I should do when I'm in a big crowded place. Because we were at SeaWorld and that happened as we were walking out. Because there was probably a good 5,000 people at the exit at one time.
Wow.
My shoulders were touching people and I'm like, get the fuck out of here.
Going back to planes stuff, I feel like I'm an evil person because my parents went on holiday for about 2 weeks. Or about 2 weeks ago. And what happened was, night beforehand, I was sat in my room, door open, TV as loud as it can, watching an air disaster show. Am I evil?
Yes.
Yeah, kind of, yeah.
I just sat there and I was watching, it was and here is this plane crash in slow motion. I was yeah. That's why I'm not going on holiday this year.
Yeah, on my plane trip out and back, guess where I sat on the plane?
Where?
Right behind the wing.
Oh, yes.
Dangerous place in the entire aircraft.
Actually, there is no safe place in an aircraft, because depending on where it crashes, depends on how fucked up you're going to be.
Well, actually, we watched a big documentary on this, and literally, if you're in first class, you're fucked. If you're land, just somewhere that isn't water, the plane is meant for the front of the cockpit, where the pilots are, to break off and go separately. But that also includes... But that leaves first class, open. So, if you're, in the first 5 rows first class, you're fucked.
Yeah.
And that's why you fly in the back of the plane! Like I did.
So you literally told your parents, back of the plane, now?
No, you were given assigned seats, but, we just happened to be in the back, and I was so happy.
Yeah.
It's yes! Though, unfortunately, I did not get sat to a hot chick. Felt kind of mad about that.
Over my years of flying, I've flown abroad nearly every year of my life. And, years, I've never had anything good. It's always been me sat in the middle of someone.
Oh, you usually get middle seats? I always get middle.
Every flight I've done, I've gotten a window seat.
Fuck you.
The fact is, I would love a window seat, but I'm scared of heights.
Oh, I would love to have a window seat. Give me something to look at on the flight.
I'm scared of heights only if there is nothing, if I'm looking out a glass wall, I could be pressed up against it and I'm content. If it's an open air thing and it's a railing, I will be shitting myself.
So, are you one of those people that gets scared from, like, lower heights, or do you have to be, like, really high up?
I should be at least 10 times higher than me.
So, like, 50...
at least 60 feet up.
Okay. Because, like, I worked at a climbing tower all summer, because that was my job, was teaching climbing merit badge for Boy Scouts. And we have a 50-foot tower they had to rappel off of.
Yeah, that wouldn't bother me.
No, that's...
Give me a second, I'm Googling something for you.
Oh, I do actually remember the, this is a couple years ago at Klondike Days, which is a fair that we have up here.
Let me guess, it has to do with cold stuff.
No, it has to do with... Wait, what? Cold stuff?
Klondike.
Klondike bar?
No, I just meant, because, like, here we have, like, what's called the Klondike Derby, which is everyone has a sled and we race it, and it's in the middle of winter.
Right, I've sent you a picture.
I just kind of made Klondike.
I've sent you a picture. That's a tower, like, it's a somewhat famous tower in England, and you can go to the top of it, and the floor is made entirely out of glass.
I wouldn't mind that.
That'd be fun.
I've been on it, like, once, and I've never been there again.
But as I was saying about that story, at the Klondike Days fair.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm climbing a climbing wall, and I don't remember what ended up happening. This was a fairly large wall. I got right near the top of it. I'm like 3 handholds from the top, but I had frozen up in fear, and I'm like, I'm not coming down, and I'm not going any higher.
You don't get me off unless I'm unconscious.
No, basically,
and then
what
my
ended up
throat
happening
break up there.
I looked down, and my brother-in-law yelled up that he'd buy me some... I don't remember what he was going to buy me if I finished this, but it's like, I'm just like, are you serious? He just, like, nods. I climbed up and rappelled down immediately, like, my greed overpowers my fear.
Oh, God. I remember, like, a few of those when I was, like, younger. We have a store kind of near my house, that it's, like, 45 minutes away. It's called REI, and they have a 3-story climbing wall there. It's, like, 11 or 12. I would go and climb it sometimes, and I would always get scared about 3/4 of the way up, and I would not go up any higher.
Yeah.
Now I'm just like, oh, that's a joke. Up, ding, down. It's like, how do you do that so well? It's like, I teach this shit. I think I know what I'm doing.
Well, I'm going to tell a story. This is something that happened to my dad. My parents. What happened was, my parents went away to New York on a cruise, went back to New York, and went up the Eiffel Tower. Now, I got my height thing from my dad, and he went all the way up and got out. The second he got out, my mother was over the edge, looking down, seeing what was going on, and my dad stuck to the back of the wall, just pinned himself there, and grabbed my mother, pulled her right back, was like, nope, don't do that, dangerous. Then skidded round the wall, then got back in the elevator and went down. They were actually in the elevator, going up longer than they were up there.
Wow, I just found the picture on Reddit. It's like, wow. Good job, Dead Rising.
Let's see.
Hang on, what?
Wow!
Wow! Wow!
It's a picture. What's the guy's name in Dead Rising? I forget. It's like...
there's Frank in the first one, then who's it in the second?
Oh, hell, I don't remember. But whoever it is, I think this is the second one. He's staying in front of a little girl named Katie. By little girl, I mean probably like 8. She's sitting on a bench, and she says to him, I can't take that now, Daddy. It's too early. You know that. And he's holding like a purple dildo in his hand.
He tried to give her the Zombrex, but because it was too early, that's the dialogue option that comes up.
Yeah. It just so happens to be holding that.
Yep.
It is amazing.
It's I don't know anymore.
It's something.
Yes.
It's something, that's what it is. Alright, how long have we been going on for? We're probably close to an hour.
We're just about 40 minutes, I think.
We can keep going for a bit.
I've just been browsing through some pictures, and I found something that I always find funny. A lot of people are always talking about the hardware on the new consoles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But when you think about it, like, the old consoles were so much better, because if they decided that they wanted more RAM or anything like that, they could put out an add-on for it that did it.
Yeah.
Best example is the N64 and that game pack.
Mm-hmm. There's the older consoles had the best ideas ever. Like, I remember for my PS2, you know how it only has two ports?
The N64 disk drive not withholding.
Guys,
What?
I just got a text of someone asking me who I was and how I knew them. And I'm kind of tempted to say I'm Batman and completely mess with this person's head. And
Do it. I dare you.
I'm doing it. I've done it.
God, that makes me think of the text I got randomly in the middle of the night this one time. This stupid drunk woman texted me, and I had no idea what was going on. Basically, it started off, they were just asking me a question, like, who is this? They responded like, aren't you insert name here? No.
Aren't you
I'm
Bob?
me.
No, I'm not
Are
Bob.
You sure? Yeah, I'm sure I know who I am.
I'm pretty sure I don't know who I am.
Should have said you were Batman or something. Mess with her head.
Oh, like, I know at least Jay knows this. I don't know if Gaz heard this or not. I got a Skype request a couple days ago, and they just got back to me yesterday or 2 days ago. And guess who it was?
Who?
I think I remember this.
Some random bot from like a sex site that wanted me. It's like, God, I thought it was an actual person. It ended up being this. God damn it.
Yeah, and I still don't get why I get multiple friend invites almost per day.
Yeah, you get several like all the time, and I never get any.
I'll give you them. I don't want them.
I only get the ones of people I give my Skype to.
Exactly. Actually, no, I did get one random one the other day. I don't know how they got my Skype, but I know the person. It's one of my friend's dads, and I don't even have them on my Skype. Like, I haven't talked to them in about 3 years.
That's weird.
Her dad found me on Skype.
That's weird.
I find it really weird. It's like, how the fuck did you find my Skype? I sent him hello, like, on the... Crap, it doesn't tell me when, like the 12th. And it's now the 28th. If that puts a timestamp on this video. But, like, I sent him that how long ago, and it's like, okay, you haven't responded back to me. You sent me the invite.
It's like my college radio. Now, this is a long story of stuff, but my college radio, where I take part and do a show, we had to do a big event for the college.
Mm-hmm.
And there was a giant open day where everything went on, and we had to set up a camera and everything, like microphones in a separate area, and that was a pain in the ass. But what happened was, there was a Skype set up so we could do a video between the studio and where the camera was, and see what was going on the main floor. And nobody used it whatsoever. It was, I think, the first time it was used was when I actually went down to check to see if it was actually working down there. And then someone asked me what the hell I was doing, and I just went, it's the radio. And he looked at me like I was stupid.
Well, aren't you?
Yes, but still.
Oh my god.
Sometimes I just have to admire your stupidity, Gaz.
Yes.
I'm not that bad.
Really?
Oh god, here it comes.
Oh, Gaz, you want yourself...
You really could have fooled me.
I'm just gonna shut up and listen to this.
Oh god.
You know what? I didn't have a specific story. I'm just saying, wow, you fooled me.
I thought you had a story.
I know, both me and Gaz are like, now, like, I thought you were actually going to yell at Gaz.
Yell at me with the story of how stupid I am.
I'm now honestly slightly disappointed.
So am I, to be honest.
Okay. So, I'm trying to think of something else now.
I think we might have to end it here then for the day.
This was kind of an impromptu thing. I didn't really have many topics to talk about.
Yeah.
Neither do I. I was just bullshitting most of the time.
Exactly. I had about 2 topics in my mind. And that somehow lasted us about 50 minutes. If not an hour.
About 15 minutes.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Not bad. Not bad for a first podcast.
We should.
We'll be doing
this often.
Yeah, we'll be doing this weekly, whenever we can.
Hopefully.
And
Hopefully.
soon we'll probably have a name.
Yes.
Hopefully. Again.
When we have a name. It might just be the Nameless Podcast and keep with it for the rest of time.
The Nameless Podcast.
Oh, it'd be different.
Kind of suits us, seeing as we're a bunch of nobodies.
Yeah.
And what happens when we get popular?
Well, then we're going to have to change that and be...
Wait, Jay, I think you might want to rephrase that as if.
If.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah.
There you go.
If. Yes, but then we can be hipsters and say nameless means something, and never tell anyone the meaning.
Yeah. Or just come up with like a bullshit meaning.
Yeah.
In case you guys just heard that loud slap, that was me killing a fly with a box of nerds.
Nice.
Because, that's the first thing that's handy.
It actually was. Either that or a cup. And I'm not going to use the cup.
My desk is chock-a-block with stuff I could use to kill flies.
I have a big, porcelain cup filled with pencils.
Yeah, I wouldn't use that because it would just smash.
About 3 cameras,
You
a
gotta throw the
printer,
pencils
a
like
monitor.
darts.
Just, line it up, pin it to the wall.
You gotta sharpen the pencils first.
Okay, but if we don't stop this, we're going to be going for...
Yeah, we're just gonna ramble.
Alright, yeah, so we will see you guys next week. Thank you for watching, or listening.